Picture this. It's 1999. You're alone in your room just messing around with whatever applications came standard with your brand new Bondi Blue. Yes, that's what they were actually called. See-through iMac computer. Just booting this thing up and hearing that iconic startup sound was enough to get me excited to dabble with whatever I could get running on this thing. Sure, the movie maker sounds are cool, and the limited array of Blizzard games at the time was mostly what I touched, i.e., StarCraft, its expansion Brood War, Diablo, and the unforeseen Blizzard piggy bank known as the Warcraft series. But wait, I could seemingly remember something a little darker. Something that spooked me? For the life of me, I tried to recollect what this game I had a vague memory of was. All I could remember was bits and pieces. A stormy night, lightning, some classical music. The main character had a hat and shorts. So, to be honest, I didn't have much to go on. Recently, I brought this blurry memory of a game up to some friends to no avail. Except, one friend actually remembered some details I shared. I had, for a lack of a better term, a brain blast. I remembered some core details. I quickly grabbed my sketchbook and drew a sketch of what I remembered the main protagonist looked like. "Yes, that's it," he said. My search was almost over. I have confirmed what the protagonist looked like, so I scrambled to Reddit and Google and smashed in some keywords from the game. Red hat, shorts, spooky school, stormy night, classical music. And then I found what I had been missing all this time. Super Solver's Midnight Rescue for the Windows and Mac, respectively. I had the Mac version, obviously, which we'll get to. It's slightly different, and it does change a lot as far as ambience. But what is Midnight Rescue? Well, Midnight Rescue was a game published by the Learning Company, a profound publisher of my childhood, who also published games such as the Carmen Sandiego series, did we ever find her? I have no idea, Fisher-Price series, and, even a few Oregon Trails titles, which was surprising for me to find out. I guess we were teaching kids about tuberculosis at an early age, as well as a plethora of other fantastic learning games of the time. So, what do you do in Midnight Rescue? Well, it's an educational and entertainment hybrid computer game designed to help children strengthen their reading and critical thinking skills. Think games like Math Blaster and the sort. It's kind of around that kind of category. And oh my goodness, I was terrible at this game. It takes place in a spooky school named Shady Glen. During a thunderstorm, I could still see the main screen of you standing in front of this big sign that said Shady Glen School and just lightning flashing in the background. It takes place in a spooky school named Shady Glen during a thunderstorm, with a maniac trying to make the whole place disappear if you don't catch him in time. The maniac in question is named Morty Maxwell, and he's sort of a Dr. Wily-esque looking character, for lack of a better, example. I hope you know who Dr. Wily is. I figure you do if you're watching this video. You play as a mysterious dude in a red hat. First off, I had this in black and white, so I did not know the colors of any of this. So you play as a dude in a red hat, sweater, shorts, and some Converse. You never see your character's face. It's always shaded out, which I like. I like the mysteriousness. Armed with just a magnifying glass and a camera, you must read the various clues Morty has placed around the halls and the classrooms. Needless to say, my little goblin brain was overwhelmed at the sheer terror induced by Morty and his minion robots he has patrolling the halls to stop you. Not only that, but after looking into the game more, I was playing the worst version on Mac. It was black and white, which added such a creepy ambience on top of the already creepy enough ambience it was trying to have while staying kid-friendly. And the classical music that plays in the background as you roam the empty halls and the classrooms scouring for clues was just icing on top of the cake. With your camera, the goal is to collect enough evidence and clues to determine which robot this Morty Maxwell is hiding inside of whilst committing his dastardly deeds. So, needless to say, I don't remember actually getting through this game, as my attention span was limited back then. But luckily, I did find an amazing resource website, which I will link below, with this exact game, and you could play it today in your browser, full color and all. With that, I would like to ask, has anyone out there played this game? If so, were you just as terrified as I was as a kid? Let me know.